Next up, I'd like to invite Roger Lothamer of Capital Seed to the stage. I've been trying to get Roger on this stage for about a year now when we first met at the first series of Cannabis Science Pub, so I'm so honored to have you here tonight.
Well, you finally got me here. Thanks. It's like, I know I have been posted here like being technical and stuff like that, but this isn't going to be a technical, in-depth technical thing. I'm going to run through a couple of slides with you to help you understand how big and how huge our industry could already be if we really tune into the processes of hemp plastic, hemp 3D, hemp nanoparticles, hemp dealing with capacitors and electricity, hemp and so many other things too. So we're going to go through a few things here that come from our history. We really were looking forward to $1 billion crop over 100 years ago. And we now have it, but it's not hemp, okay? But basically, we're looking for the real resources for communities, local communities, to be able to access, to get their ropes and cloth and paper and proteins. And there's some reasons for this, and a lot of you are probably very hip to it, and that, oops, where'd it go? I just turned it off or what? Okay, here we are. It's a hard job, let's put it that way. People used to take the hemp stalks, cut them down, put them down on the ground and call retting, you know, to make the fibers soft enough to, from the cellulose, so that they could use them for their fiber of their fabrics and other things, ropes and stuff. Well, again, I got a big fat thumb here. Hang on. Where am I doing? Some of the resources that we can have are in already. We have furnishings and rugs and fabrics, curtains and various bioplastic. Here's a hemp canoe. And just imagine what it took for somebody to put that together. You too could do that. Hemp plastic is a real leap towards sustainability is right. It's because it's a very strong material, and maybe Sieber will help you understand. These are all made from composite polymers and bio, and mostly hemp. So like the hemp fibers has a potential replacing fiberglass. Oh my goodness. So we have a couple little cars, we have a couple bigger cars, we have an airplane, we have speakers that rock and roll, curtains like crazy, all kinds of bags of hemp. And this is the 3D fuel here. It makes the ribbon for the 3D printing using hemp. That's hemp right there. So this is your future if you realize what 3D printing really means. This was one of the things that came out of 3D printing right there, and that's just a start. You know, so like we have composites and plastic polymers with the luggage and various woods and panelings. We have the composites that we're putting together now in press board ways that are stronger than steel in some ways and also lightweight. These built homes came from hempcrete. And you know what? I don't understand why it has to be 0.03% on the cannabis stalks that we have laying around all over the state where we could be chewing them up with hempcrete. You know, what's up with that, you know, kind of thing. Right, it's a hempcrete house. Would you like a hempcrete house? you know what, they breathe, and they have no mold, and they have no insects, and you don't have any problems with all of that. You can put it on with plaster, the surface plaster on the hemp. It's very easy to use for all applications in a lot of purposes. Ropes, we already know. Our pioneers couldn't have got across the ocean without the fucking ropes or the sails made out of hemp. They'd still be trying to figure that one out. So, rope is a big deal. Now, if you come from Boston, you know what I mean. They still have the long houses that took to miles of rope to make for the boats and anchors. Now, there's so many things I'm putting up here just quickly. How many things can be made? Oil paints. We got one of the experts here with the oil, hemp seed oil. This is a local man who brought it to his attention here. And hemp seed is really important compared to hemp bricks. Yeah, that helps a lot because the stuff from the seeds we're going to use as the best protein in the world. But the stuff from the fibers can also be building homes as well as fabrics. So you can see in so many ways you can make bricks and put it together in a different way than just putting in holly bars. So a lot of these things I'm looking at right now quickly, just to show you how many things are already out there. They're on the net, they're all over the place. And one of the things that really happens here is the most important food there is on earth, hemp seed oil. The edestin protein, highest in all the antioxidants that you can get, and the ratio is perfect. That's what makes it edestin. So the primary product chain now is different. Stalks, roots, tops, fruit, bast, seed, flowers, clean size grain. It's all changing, and you and I and many other people are the ones that are changing it. Because we're finally getting a chance, thanks to Jack Hare. Jack Hare, I met him, he changed my whole fucking life, man. And I gotta tell you, when he challenged me saying, well, do you believe the stories about hemp and the sails and ropes and all the fibers and stuff like that, and the seeds? I said, yeah, that's awesome, Jack. Why? He said, well, why aren't you wearing any hemp? Why aren't you using hemp? Why aren't you helping the industry get going by buying products of hemp and get them out there where they can be seen, people can touch, feel, and get into the interest of it? I'm wearing a t-shirt and a hemp shirt here, both hemp, and they're over 20 years old, and I'm still wearing them. So it is for the wealth and protection of our country. Truly is, brother citizens and sister citizens. We all need to know we got to push those envelopes that come from the prohibition of imbeciles who have no logic in their bureaucracies on this. So here we are trying to reach it the best that we can, and I'm just going to finish it with that. I hope you get inspired to get those hemp products in your home.
Roger, thank you so much for taking the stage with your energy and your knowledge. Big round of applause, everybody.
A couple things that got left out of the discussion so far is there's an existence of an organization called the HIA, the Hemp Ministries Association. I'm a member. Courtney Moran is president of the newly formed Oregon chapter. There's about a dozen states that have chapters. And another organization is Vote Hemp, and that's a .com, and I'm a member of that too. And these organizations are singly minded into promoting industrial hemp, which does include, of course, the CBD oil. But a couple things I'd like to ask. is I hope you know about greenflowermedia.com, greenflowermedia.com. I have the 8 DVD series from the January conference where they interview Joel from the Six Brothers of the family in Colorado doing the Charlotte's Web and other varieties. And you can get those videos now rental from the Eugene Center for Ethnobotanical Studies, right downtown Eugene here, not so far from Kesey Square. Are they here today? Okay, great. They're wonderful. And I want to say that hemp is a substitute for graphene, which is one of the most expensive elements on planet Earth that can be used to make supercapacitors so we can store solar energy and batteries for our homes and to run our cars. And that's why we have to preserve larger lots in Eugene and preserve solar access. Thank you.